The water's okay?
Perfect.
Dope.
Hey everyone, I'm Raven Gordon with Narcity Canada, and today we're going to be talking hair. A Toronto-based hairstylist is building Canada's first curriculum for textured hair. What's textured hair? We're talking hair that's curly, coily, Afro-textured, basically hair types that are not straight. Takia Prentice-Cupid has been a hair professional for over 6 years and noticed there was a gap in the education system and is looking to bridge it with her online courses. I caught up with the hairstylist at a salon on Queen West where we talked about her curriculum, the changes she wants to see, and what she hopes the future will bring. Let's get into it.
When I got to beauty school, we started off with 4 straight mannequins. There wasn't any texture. I asked one of my teachers why we didn't have any curly or Afro mannequins, and their reasoning was that it was too expensive. So the way that we would create curly hair in school was we would put perms in the straight hair mannequin's hair to make it curly, and that was the extent of the education.
During our conversation, Takia shared what prompted her to start this course.
My reason mainly was because of frustration. At the time it was 2020, and the incidents with George Floyd and Breonna Taylor were happening. I was seeing the beauty industry's response by putting up black squares and kind of acknowledging the issue and reposting YouTubers, and I was just like, no, something more needs to be done on an educational level. After going through the whole process of beauty school and learning from the curriculum that Canada had to offer, I already knew it was inadequate in training, and I knew that something was missing, but I didn't know that I would be the one to fill the gap. But how I started, it was I put out petitions asking stylists in my community and people with natural hair what their experiences were. And when those petitions came out, 99% of the stylists that signed them said that they never learned how to work with curly or Afro textures in beauty school. And then 37% of them then went on to say that they felt more confident with curly and Afro hair after working in their field. So for me, that just meant that they learned what they learned through experimentation or taking subsequent courses, which beauty schools should already be offering. So I knew something had to be done, and I just got started right away.
Going to the salon should be a relaxing and feel-good experience, but that's not always the case, as Takia explains.
Sadly, there's a lot of trauma when working with these textures. Normally when people come into my chair, they have anxiety and they have fear that I'm not going to be able to manage their hair correctly. To be very honest with you, I spend time in the consultation. I just listen. I spend that moment to just hear what their concerns are, what their fears are, before I even touch them or get into their personal space. Because it's important that we establish a relationship, and that's the best way to do that is hearing what their fears are, because it can be from trauma in their family, it can be from trauma in their workplace because they're saying that black hairstyles are not professional, which is foolishness, and it's hard to unpack that when you're in a space that represents beauty, when you're constantly told your beauty isn't valid. And so I really spend that time getting to know them and assuring them that they're in a safe space, and then I just let the work speak for itself.
So what's next for Takia? The province of Ontario has not picked up her curriculum, but that is not discouraging her.
They're restructuring the Ministry of Colleges and Trades, and at this time they're not looking to change the curriculum. So for now, I'm just making the content that I can and putting it out there. The more we talk about these kinds of issues, the more change will be pushed. And my goal is that one day anybody that walks into a beauty salon, no matter your hair texture, can get the services that you need. And for now, I'm offering the training to educate and help hairstylists feel more confident. And it's already been working with the free content that I have out there. I've had stylists reach out to me saying that for the first time, they're working with curly and Afro textures and having more confidence to know what to do because of the education that I offer. And I just know that there's a need, and I know that there's a good response to it, so I just have to keep it moving.
For Narcity Canada, I'm Raven Gordon.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our Narcity channel to see more content like this.